Yep, I'm back on my bike today visiting none other than Harry Hugo, who lives in one of the buildings behind me.
Bloody wire. Welcome to the East End. How are you? How was the cycle?
The cycle was absolutely wonderful.
I'm going to take this off your hand so you can film correctly.
I'm very glad to be sort of back in the saddle because of the bike, but also just being at a reasonable distance away from people, being able to...
But seeing people.
It's
very bizarre.
Running a global agency from your apartment, has it been harder than you thought, easier than you thought?
Easier. Probably more than anyone else in the business. I get asked loads of questions by loads of people at different points during the day when I'm in the office. There's a bit more structure to my day, which there's never really been. Because things are required to be scheduled in a far more structured way, it actually means that I have these 5 to 10 minute pockets of time where I can just relax and think. People are making decisions for themselves a lot better. Clients are getting probably the most value they've ever had from our agency, just because of our speed in order to get to a point where we could service clients at the same level as we previously did. Lots of these guys are seeing, especially in the account management team who are dealing with clients every single day, clients are looking and brands are looking to spend money in clever ways and looking to do things in a digital way like they've never done before. We're in a period where digitalization was expected to happen properly over the next 3 to 5 years, and really it's going to happen over the next 3 to 5 months.
What do you mean by digitalization?
Digital is still a minority percentage of advertising spend in order to get to audiences. This is going to fast forward all of that in order to increase that digital spend. We're expecting marketing spend on the whole to go down. What we are expecting though, and when all good marketing that drives sales, that drives ROI, that good marketing stays, it's performing. Lots of marketing spend that brands have deployed over the last couple of years and over the last 10, 20 years has been TV, radio, cinema, outside of home, all these different things that haven't necessarily returned on their investment to the level that they needed to, and the level of investment that they're required in order to put in is huge in comparison to digital. Those elements will decrease in value of the total marketing spend, but actually
cinema might not even exist.
Yeah, social and digital will hugely over-index its percentage of advertising spend, despite the total advertising spend dropping. I'm going to let you go to Elliot the bet. Cheer the boy up. Good to see you.
Good to see you as well. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Hello.
Look who it is.
That's as far as we can go.
Stand away, sir. How are you?
I'm really good. How are you?
You look well.
Thank you. I mean, trying to keep well.
How's work been?
It's been crazy. I mean, like, my role's, it's not changed in the sense that I'm still on campaigns, but the campaigns I work on are slightly adjusted just due to the fact there's just no sport. Well, I say no sport. We're coming back slowly.
How long do you think it's going to be before everything gets back to normal on the sports front?
Like, June is the month now that's been floated around. So that's when they'll start to think about maybe starting up live events again. Obviously, it will be behind closed doors, and I don't think that will change for at least another year. At this stage, I think people just want it back. It'll be interesting to see, once it's back, how long it will be before people go, this is a bit weird without fans.
I want to ask about this new podcast that you're hosting.
The Strategy Podcast. It's with Kyle, Diego, Sophie and myself. We basically just chat about anything interesting happening around strategy-based stuff. Any interesting campaigns, interesting news, any interesting and noteworthy platform updates.
It's someone from new business, someone from client side, someone from strategy and someone from insights. We kind of get the different perspectives. So Kyle's talking to all of the new leads, hearing quite a lot of stuff from them, and then Soph's working with like a lot of our retained big clients, so we kind of get like the inside scoop of what they're doing. And then Eliza is obviously insights, so she's constantly researching and keeping up to date with the platforms and like the trends and everything. Obviously I'm strategy, so we're coming up with ideas and pitching them, so it's kind of like all different perspectives of the same situation.
Your podcast is coming out tomorrow, so by the time people are watching this, the podcast will be out that you're
Podcast
hosting.
Out. The podcast is out and it's near the top of the charts already.
Is that your prediction?
Yeah. To secure the bag, it's myself and Emily Hall talking to some people with great stories to tell, some of the most successful people in music, sport, entertainment. We're launching with Gabby Allen from Love Island, who's now obviously a fitness influencer. Kind of delved into how she transitioned from Love Island star and all the things that come with that into one of the biggest fitness influencers in the UK.
I didn't know at all what was being portrayed about me. I didn't know what people were thinking about me. I didn't know how to be, and it was completely different concepts. So like I had to try and find I had to try and trick someone to love me.
I am just here to ask about the podcast that you have coming out.
The one that me, Frank and Harry have put together is called Work-Life Balance. It's slightly unique for us, being three mid-20s blokes living together while also working for the same company. So that provides its own unique dynamic as well. I mean, quite a close-knit group anyway, because we all worked together at School Lobster before doing Goat together as well. So that provides an interesting dynamic in itself. It's not going to be as intense or as business-led as some of the other podcasts you might listen to from the Goat agency. It's going to be more mirth, more humour. What's it like working while living with each other? Like a bit of humour, a bit of fun, a bit of banter to get you through an hour every day.
Mr. Will Hamner, lovely to meet you.
Yeah, real pleasure to finally connect. I'm a friend of Nick's. I work for Jungle Creations out here in North America, heading up commercial strategy. The reason why we're doing this podcast, I regularly ask myself, and I don't yet have the concrete answer. No, I do have an answer. We just wanted to chronicle, I guess, our assimilation into US culture. And our journey over here is two British men living a shared experience in New York. It's a fascinating journey. It's a ridiculous country to live in, particularly at a time like now. On the first episode, we got an amazing and lovely woman called Danny, who is part of the community team at Thinks, and she is sharing her incredible story about her life, really, and then fascinatingly the jobs she's had since, which have been selling sex toys, which she refers to as trinkets, which is a way of describing it that didn't make me blush, and then also to now be selling period-proof underwear, which is an incredible revolution in the space of periods and menstruation, which is a fascinating topic to be discussing.
It sounds a bit Louis Theroux-esque.
I mean, I'm flattered. We've got some interesting guests lined up in the following weeks that may or may not net out as us being a Louis Theroux-esque duo. They won't always be weird and wacky, but they'll nonetheless always be interesting. Do you know the exciting thing about it as well? It's definitely going to be better than the 4 other podcasts that go launching, and I can't wait. More listens than Harry is exactly what I'm going for.
So you're really going for sort of crush the competition?
It is a competition. I'm laying down the gauntlet.